my great tawny beast, has anyone ever told you that your eyes are a dream, your lips a poem, your face a rhapsody?
Yes.
Who?
You, Dobie, 4 times in the last hour.
Oh, well, I knew I'd heard it someplace. But it's true, my beloved, though mere words can never capture the magic of your beauty.
Oh, Dobie, darling, how charming you are. How gallant.
How true.
No wonder I love you so much that I can overlook your one little fault.
How true. A love like ours is a sun. One little fault?
Please, my sweet, let's just forget that I brought it up.
That's impossible. How can we go strolling down life's highway together if that one little crummy fault's sitting there ready to booby trap us? Now, come on, tell me.
Dearest, if I do, you'll get mad.
Angel, I never get mad, so tell me already.
All right, you asked for it. Dobie, my love, you are cruel.
Cruel? Me? Lovable me?
Also heartless.
Me? Lovable me?
Also cold-blooded and inhuman.
Me? Lovable me?
I'm afraid so, Dobie. Oh, you're not that way with everyone. It only shows up when you're dealing with one of nature's most wretched, miserable, mistreated creatures.
You right?
There, you poor, miserable, mistreated creature.
Maynard? It's Maynard I'm treating so cruel and heartless?
Yes.
At the most decent fella in the whole history of S. Peter Pryor Junior College. That's a fact. I mean, if they handed out a decency award, I'd win it by 8 or 10 links. A modesty award, maybe not. But decency, a piece of cake. That's why Caprice has no right to call me a cruel, heartless, low-down bum.
She sure has, you cruel, heartless, low-down bum.
Maynard.
Quiet, rat.
Maynard, what's got into you?
I was brung up never to disagree with a lady. And if this chick says you're a low-down bum, then I gotta go along with her. No offense, good buddy, you low-down bum.
Oh, no, Maynard, I didn't say that about Dobie. What I said was that he's treating you outrageously. And he probably doesn't even realize it.
You bet I don't realize it. Caprice, what are you driving at? I'm the best and most helpful friend Maynard ever had.
That's true, girl. I'm a fellow who needs all the help he can get. Just look at me.
It's like an animal that's been raised in a zoo or a circus or like that. They become so helpless and dependent that they're doomed if they're ever turned loose in the jungle.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean.
Me too.
You do?
No.
Maynard, what I mean is that someday I will have to leave you.
You going on a trip or something, Doe?
What if I did?
What's the problem? I'll go along with you.
Well, what if someday I get married?
What's the problem? I'll move in with you.
What if my wife doesn't approve?
What's the problem? We'll get rid of her. You bet. You wouldn't leave me all alone to go gurgling down the drain, would you, good buddy?
Caprice, would you step over here for a minute? I'd like to talk to you. Excuse us, Maynard.
Sure, Doe.
Caprice, you're right. I was a fool for not seeing how I'm ruining Maynard. Now, there's only one... Maynard, we thought we were alone.
Keep right on talking, Doe. Ain't bothering me.
Yeah, Maynard, why don't you go over there by the science building and watch for the rhinoceros? I hear there's one running loose in the neighborhood.
Oh, no. You don't fool me that way. I know there ain't no rhinoceroses over there. That's just a trick to get rid of me, ain't it?
Yes, Maynard, it is. Maynard, where are you going?
To look for the rhinoceroses. You know how much I like to get fooled.
Maynard's a whopper of a problem, all right, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Of course there is. He's still young. He still may be able to learn a few things. Oh, it's a dim prospect, I'll admit. But if we wait any longer, he'll be much too far gone to save.
Gee, I don't know.
Like help, Doe. Like help, good buddy. I was trying to tie my shoelaces all by myself, good buddy, but I think you better give me some help, huh?
Now do you see how helpless you've made him? Now do you see why you have to shove him out of the nest so he'll learn to fly for himself?
Yeah, and now. This is a picture of a baby bird in its nest. This is Maynard G. Krebs. Now, what do these two elements have in common? They both got to be pushed out of the nest so they'll learn how to fly by themselves. I'm not sure about the bird, but I know it'll be tough for Maynard. He still has trouble walking. It was the most painful decision I ever made in my whole entire life, but it had to be done. I had to get Maynard out of my life, totally and entirely, for his own good.
And it ain't going to do the rest of us no harm either.
But that isn't nice.
Maynard is a sweet boy, and I enjoy having him around.
You don't mean that, do you, Winnie?
No.
That's right. Well, it's
All right, go ahead and kid. But if Maynard stopped coming around, you'd miss him something awful.
Try me, boy. Try me.
Please, Dad, whatever's wrong with Maynard's my fault. I babied him and pampered him and really helped to mess him up.
And you did a good job, boy, because he is a mess.
Dad, please.
Dobie, dear, how can we help you?
I've got to figure out the right way to get Maynard out of our lives.
I'm on a sign on the door says, quarantine, bubonic plague.
Herbert, that is a cruel, disgraceful idea. Do you think it would work?
Mom.
Just a passing thought, dear.
What's all this hogwash about a right way? There's only one right way. Tell him to his face that it'd be better off for everybody concerned if he don't hang around here no more. That way there'll be no confusion.
Like, hi, Mrs. G.
Hello, dear.
Like, hi, Dope G.
Oh, hello, Maynard.
Like, hi, Mr. G.
Hello, Maynard. Am I happy to see you because I have something very important to say to you.
To me, Mr. G?
Just to you.
Ooh, for joy, for joy. I mean, an important man like you with heads full of big, smart ideas is going to talk to me? Like, wow.
Right. Now,
Wow,
you
this is the most
listen.
important thing that ever happened to me. I mean, I looked for you as like my father or a certified public accountant or the president, and you got words for me?
Maynard?
Oh, please, sir, don't talk too fast, sir, because I want to hear every word, like, real clear.
Sure.
I mean, when a prominent citizen like you, I mean, it's a little square, has something to say, it's got to be important. I mean, you got to listen to it.
Maynard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Retail ship. Yes, sir.
Take these groceries over to Mrs. Tarantino's right now, and I'll give you a quarter.
A quarter? Oh, for joy, that's almost 15 cents.
Our big, brave hero.
No, Winnie, the circumstances just went with... You know, when you do something like... Well, the truth of the matter is... I chickened out. Oh, Winnie, when that poor schnook looked up at me with those sick, soupy spaniel eyes of his, I just couldn't go through with it. All right, call me a bum.
No, dear, it's all right. I forgive you, because underneath that gruff exterior there beats the heart of a fine human being.
And underneath this gruff exterior, there beats the heart of a jellyfish, and we are still stuck with Maynard.
All right, call me weak.
You're weak.
Call me wishy-washy.
You're wishy-washy.
Call me... Well, call me any name you want that describes a fellow who knows what ought to be done to save his friend from a dismal future, but who hasn't got the gumption to do something about it.
All right, you're a... Beats me what you are.
How can Maynard ever forgive me? I want to help him, but how? Nobody's got the nerve to tell him goodbye, and what other way is there?
We could get plastic surgery, change our names, and move to another part of town.
Bully for you, Herbert. It's a good thing the Russians don't have your brain.
Okay, but at least I tried to kick the little bird out of the nest. Why don't you try it?
Are you kidding? I'm just a woman.
How about you, Dobie?
Are you kidding? I'm just a boy. How about you, Dad?
Are you kidding? I'm just...
Chicken?
Right.
Say, wouldn't it be great if Maynard decided to leave us?
Maynard? Oh, come now.
True, but it's a beautiful dream, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
I can almost see it. He walks in here and he says, hey, guess what? My father got transferred to Lake Cleveland and we all got to move.
Oh, fat chance.
Hey, guess what? My father got transferred to, like, Cleveland. We all got to move.
Later, Maynard.
Much later. Cleveland? When?
Tonight or October, I forget which.
When?
It must be tonight, because my mom's been packing things in the trunk all day long, including my Aunt Walter.
Dad, Maynard, you're not just making this up.
I don't think so. I mean, my father got this call from his boss, see, and the boss said if he transferred to Cleveland real quick, then he'd get a raise in salary. And my father said, with the way I eat, which is like a medium-sized horse, well, what's the use stalling? He grabbed the job. I mean, every penny counts.
Dad, Maynard will miss you.
We'll be miserable.
Oh, but we'll try to bear up under it, boy.
I promise you won't cry over me when I'm gone.
We're struggling to hold up our morale.
Man, your dad must have been crying on the inside because he sure was laughing like mad on the outside.
Well, Maynard, I guess this is it.
It sure is. What is it?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, no, Maynard, no, not yet.
Gee, I'm gonna miss you, though.
And I'll miss you, Maynard, but take my word for it. It's all for the best. Someday you'll understand.
Me? Oh, come now.
Sure you will, Maynard. And meanwhile, we've got a lot of happy memories to look back on.
Yeah. Remember how I got us dragged into the principal's office when I threw my petrified frog through the window of the girls' gym?
Sure, I remember.
And remember how I got us locked up in jail when I painted a mustache on the picture of the chief of police? Only it wasn't a picture, it was the real chief of police.
I remember.
It was in bread and water for 2 days.
That I remember, too.
And you've done some real nice things for me, too, Doe.
Hell, thank you, Maynard. I tried.
Yeah, the thing I remember best is how whenever I do something up, you always rescued me.
Yeah, what are friends for?
Now, after I move to Cleveland, don't you worry about me, because I'll get along great.
Sure you will, Maynard.
I mean, if I get into trouble and you ain't there to help me, I mean, I won't care too much if I get kicked out of school.
Maynard.
I mean, I probably will get kicked out of school and in big trouble, but a fella's got to learn to do something for himself, right?
Right.
So, like, hail and farewell, good buddy. Write to me sometime. I mean, if I'm not in jail or sick or too down and out to buy a stamp, I'll answer you.
Well, moving to Cleveland.
Moving? Who's moving? Maynard moves away from here over my dead body.
What's the matter with you, boy? You clipped your curls completely?
Why, it's what we all wanted, dear, for his own good.
Yeah, the little bird flies out of the nest. Remember, boy? Remember? Oh,
Sure, I remember. I just got carried away for a minute. Maynard? Maynard, good buddy. The best of luck to you always.
Hey, and the same to you, Dope. And on Christmas,
Yes, Maynard.
don't bother sending me anything inexpensive. That's like a joke. Better get me out of here fast before I get too misty to flying.
Have a wonderful time in Cleveland, dear. Goodbye.
Well, the little bird, Maynard, has been out of the nest for over a week now, and already he's learning to fly. Here's a letter he wrote from Cleveland. No stamps and 4 cents postage due. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. Dear Dobe, please excuse me for writing in pencil, but I broke my pen. This pencil ain't much good either, but I'll try to... That's all there is. He was right about the pencil. But Maynard will make good on his own. I know it. And I'm making out pretty good myself. Now that Maynard's off my back, I'm becoming Dobie Gillis, playboy.
Dobie Gillis, you're becoming a drag.
Caprice, my sweet, that's not true.
Oh, come off it, Dobie. Ever since Maynard left, you've been creeping around like a mother hen trying to find her egg.
Just for the first few days. Everything's fine
Well,
now.
then, come on. Let's go ice skating over at the arena.
I can't. I've got to go home and pick up the mail. There might be a letter from Maynard.
Oh, brother.
There might be postage due.
Huh?
You would have had to be there.
All right. It's getting late anyway. What time are you picking me up for the movies tonight?
Caprice, my great questing beast, I was meaning to tell you, I'm afraid we'll have to call off our date.
What?
Maynard's going to call long distance, and I have to be home to get the call.
That does it. You're not just a mother hen. You're the whole chicken yard.
Now, if I'm not there when he phones, he'll cry.
Dobie.
It'll destroy his faith in the entire telephone system. He may never dial again.
Dobie, have I told you lately that you're a drag?
All right, so I worry about Maynard, but I can't help it. I've got a conscience. I've got a duty. I've got responsibilities.
You know what you haven't got?
What?
Me. Sayonara, creep. I'll send you a card on Mother's Day.
Yeah, Caprice, wait. Come back, please. Caprice. Gee, it's getting cloudy. I hope it doesn't rain in Cleveland.
Because if it does, that knothead Maynard won't have sense enough to come in out of it.
You miss him, don't you, dear?
Miss him? I hardly even realize he's gone.
Then why are you reading the out-of-town weather reports?
Because I already read the funnies in the sports section. What else is there? And any more questions?
Well, I miss him, the sweet, lovable dear.
Maynard, you clumsy stupid. Why don't you look where you're... Oh, it's only you, Dobie.
Only you, Dobie? What does that mean?
Well, it just means...
It means, dear, that for a moment there we thought you were Maynard.
No, you miss him too, huh?
Yes, I certainly do miss him, the sweet, lovable dear.
Yeah, and I feel kind of responsible for him. After all, he spent the best years of my life here in this store. All right, so I miss him, too.
I think maybe we shouldn't have been so eager to send him away.
It was for his own good.
True, but it was so abrupt. When you try to kick a habit, shouldn't you do it kind of slow?
Dear, I'm afraid that the shock of being taken away from his old life so quickly may be very bad for him.
True, he was on the ragged edge already.
Well, there's no sense crying over it now. He's moved away with his family, and we couldn't get him back even if we wanted to.
Say, maybe we could. If his family decided he should finish school here and he had a nice place to stay.
And a fine, decent family offered to take care of him.
Oh, no, you don't. Even if I said he could move in here, which I did not, his family would never let him go in a million years.
I just came in from Cleveland by the train, and my mom and dad said they'd be happy as larks if you'd let me come and live with you.
So Maynard moved in with us on a full-time, 24-hour-a-day basis. Now, I didn't expect it to be easy. After all, he's been living with his own family for years, and they're still not used to him. So we were prepared to do a little adjusting.
Dobe, I hope you don't mind sleeping on the floor.
There's no reason to sleep on the floor, Maynard. The bed's plenty big.
I don't know, Dobe. I sleep kind of funny.
Maynard, nobody sleeps that funny. Maynard! Maynard!
When I'm in a strange house.
Are you going to play the drums at 4:30 every morning?
Yeah, you're nice people. You deserve it.
This human drumstick has got to go. Dobie, Dobie,
Breakfast ready. Come and get it.
Morning, Mrs. G. I'm ready.
Well, good morning, Maynard. What kept you?
I had to get dressed when you started calling.
Oh, what a night. If I ever see another bongo drum, I'll smash it.
See, everybody digs my music after they get used to it.
You think you're cross.
Where's Dobie?
Oh, we left around 3 or 2 hours ago. Somebody about getting to school so he could catch up in his sleep.
You're kidding.
I am? Hey, Mrs. G, what's for eats?
Well, dear, what would you like? Eggs, hotcakes, toast?
For breakfast?
Well, yes.
Well, I like my usual, namely chow mein, pizza, chili and beans, and celery tonic.
See what I can dig up.
Winnie, nothing for me. I'm not very hungry this morning.
Mr. G, do you want to know what I like to eat for Sunday breakfast?
No, Maynard.
Okay, I'll tell you. What I like to eat for Sunday breakfast is barbecued spare ribs, fried rice, 2 vanilla malteds, tamales with onions, and a chocolate ice cream soda with diced lamb frosting.
I may never eat again.
Oh, hello, Maynard. I'm looking for Dobie.
He's over at school.
Oh, he wrote me the sweetest note, telling me how I'm the only girl in the world he could ever love. So now I want to find him and tell him we can start going together again.
Well, he telephoned me by telephone and asked me to bring him this here textbook.
Wait a minute, Maynard.
Huh?
That's not a textbook.
You sure?
Yeah.
Anderson, Amy, Klondike 54232. Blonde, blue eyes, fair dance, eats like a horse, won't let you kiss her goodnight. Yeah, I guess it ain't a textbook. Heckendorf Emily, Klamath 57811. Redhead, great shape. That's what it says.
Maynard, why don't you try under, shall we say the letter P?
P. That comes after Z, huh?
Read.
Penny Baker, Dolores. 36, 22, 34. Hey, that's a funny phone number.
Sure is.
Hair color changes every week.
No, Maynard, try the next one.
Pringle Caprice.
That's the one.
Yeah. Hey, that's you.
It sure is. Give me that.
Oh, no. Dobe's my roommate. I'm going to protect him.
All right, then, you read it.
Okay, that's different. Pringle Caprice, Klondike 54949. Brunette, good-looking, good shape, but in the wrong clothes, looks kind of happy.
That's hippie, and I'll strangle that creep.
You're a flincher, hippie ship. A good dancer, good sense of humor, says she won't let you kiss her goodnight until the 5th date, but she's a pushover for her smooth sales talk. Sounds like it's some kind of foreign language. What does it mean?
It means that when you see Dobie, give him this from me.
Oh, hi, Maynard. Any messages for me?
Yeah, from Caprice. She said to give you this.
sorry.
That's okay, Mrs. G.
Well, it's a lovely day, isn't it?
Like beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Like scrumptious.
Delightful.
Like I'm an honored guest and I'm gonna help you clean up.
It may rain.
I always have my mom at home.
Maynard.
She says I'm the most helpless person she ever saw.
That's what I'm afraid of. Dear, aren't you supposed to be in class with Dobie this morning?
Oh, no more, Mrs. G. I flunked that class. Ain't you lucky?
Oh, boy. Well, in that case, let's first shake out these blankets and sheets.
Yes, my leader.
Crumbs, peanut shells.
I kind of got hungry during the night. Also, I got cold.
Maynard.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, in the first place, you don't have to come over here every time that I talk to you.
Okay, Mrs. G.
And in the second place, you don't have to jump on the bed every time you go from one side of it to the other.
That's okay, Mrs. G. I like it.
Oh, Maynard, are you sure that you flunked that class in school at all? What a foolish question. Of course you did. Now, we are going to fold these blankets, and later I will sweep the floor.
Yes, right, ma'am.
Maynard, I have a wonderful idea.
Whatever you say, my captain.
Why don't you go downstairs and help Mr. Gillis in the store?
Who do you think sent me up here? Welcome to Gillis Grocery, Mrs. Kenny, your customership.
Maynard, you're working here?
Yeah, like true.
Like by.
No, Mrs. Kenny. I'll be good. See, I'm staying with the Gillises, bless their little hearts, and I want to show I dig their kindness by helping with the work. Work?
All right, I'll take a chance, Maynard, but watch it. Give me 5 pounds of potatoes. And,
Oh, maybe better skip, Mrs. K. I mean, with all that weight your husband's packing around.
what?
No offense, but fat.
Maynard, I'm going to wring
Here
your
at the
neck.
Gillis Grocery, we believe in the personal touch. I mean, you don't want to see your husband get any more pleasingly plump than already he is. Last night he couldn't get in the telephone booth. Boy, is he fat.
Give me those potatoes.
Okay, Mrs. Kenny, cash, no charge.
Now, wait a minute.
Mr. Gillis says we got to watch you like a hawk because you're one of the biggest deadbeats in the whole neighborhood.
Good morning, Mrs. Kenny, and how is my favorite little customer this morning?
Who's the deadbeat, you
What?
cheap chiseler?
Huh?
Why,
Oh,
you...
no. Oh!
From now on, I shop at Brentage's, where they treat me like a lady.
You? Oh, come now. We're very happy to serve you here at Gillis Grocery. Oh, I'm starting to like this world of big business. What do I do next?
What is there left for you to do, Maynard? You and I are gonna have a talk.
Okay, what do you want to learn, Mr. G?
Daddy was only trying to help out.
Help me out of the grocery business, that's what.
I goofed again, huh?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say goof.
I would.
And so would I, man.
I was just trying to be part of the team, but I guess I just don't fit. I mean, that's what always happens. Whenever there's a round hole, I'm the square pig.
Maynard, that's Peg, and you know we love you. It's just that you're a, well, shall we say a trial.
Shall we say pain in the neck?
Maynard, dear.
No, I'm gonna pack my other sneakers and go back to my folks. I'm a pain in the neck to them, too, but they gotta love me. My father looked up in the law books. I mean, he checked.
Yeah, probably better that way, Maynard.
I'm afraid it is, dear.
You bet it is, dear.
I'll telephone your folks in Cleveland and tell them that you're on your way.
Why call them in Cleveland, Mrs. G?
No offense, dear, but if you're on your way, they need a little warning.
No, I mean, they ain't in Cleveland. They're right here in town.
What?
They moved back?
Yeah, around 5 or 4 days ago.
You've been mooching off us all this time.
Without even trying to go home?
My folks had a hard life, so I thought I'd give them a little vacation.
You got a point.
Like, thank you.
But we need a vacation, too, Maynard.
Maynard, I am going to wring your neck.
Oh, I got a much better idea.
What?
Well, since my folks ain't in Cleveland, that means they're right here in town. That means I can go home. Good thinking?
No offense, but
Good thinking.
good thinking. Maynard, what are you doing here this time of night?
Waiting for you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Maynard, but Caprice and I are back together again. We're going to go twist at the Peabody Lounge. Come on, Caprice.
Okay, go ahead. I'll probably be right by myself.
Maynard.
I mean, you two young people have fun. I mean, if I get in any kind of trouble or I get lost, I'll call my folks instead of you. But I expect they won't be home.
Well, Dobie, who's it going to be, Maynard or me?
Caprice, I love you.
And I love my petrified frog and my guppies.
Well, Dobie?
Caprice, let me put it like this.
No, let me put it like this. Goodbye.
Cheer up, good buddy. You still got me.
I'm afraid so, Maynard. I'm afraid so.